Hi, I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to NikkoVenture. Last time we've talked about the morning and day shifts and their focus areas. While the morning shift starts from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and day shift starts from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Today's topic is from 12 noon to 9 p.m. where you literally see your day pass by while you're at work. Let's talk about the afternoon shift. Afternoon shift in Japanese is osobang, but most people here in this country usually use osode. So yeah, after you get yourself prepared for the shift, the first thing you do is to check the list of residents who will be having their baths for that day. That's because the focus area of an afternoon shift or an osode care worker is bath assistants, or in Japanese, new yoku kaijo. New yoku kaijo can be defined as assistance given to those individuals who are physically incapable of bathing themselves. Now, this bath assistance may range from preparing the needed items for the resident's bath to literally washing the resident's body with your hands. Of course, you need to use gloves when you do so. It's important to note, however, that the residents of a Tokubetsu Yogo Rojin Homu, or in English, Special Care Elderly Home, only takes a bath twice a week. Yes, twice a week. That's because in a traditional large Tokyo, there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of residents. The residents of a large, traditional type Tokyo may easily reach 100 persons. To give you an image, in my facility for example, there are around 80 residents. With that huge number of people, you can't expect to bathe them all in one day. That would be exhausting for your part, the care worker. As such, it is reasonable to divide them into groups and assign days for them as their bath day. So for example, for 80 residents, 20 people will be assigned for Monday and Sundays as their bath days. Another 20 will be assigned for Tuesdays and Wednesdays. The remaining people will be assigned for the remaining days of the week. Preparation. As the afternoon shift care worker, aside from checking the list of people who will be having their bath for that day, you also have to prepare their clothes and make sure it is applicable with Japan's current season. You don't want to wear short-sleeved shirt during winter, right? The same goes with the residents. Of course, preparing the actual bathroom, or in Japanese, ofuro, is also a must. Before the actual bath, you will have a 30-minute break, a short period of respite before the heavy lifting inside a wet, hot, and sealed room for 4 straight hours. After your break, you will have to change into your bath clothes. It's just a simple dark-colored shirt and shorts. Don't use a white shirt. Remember that it is hot and humid and wet inside the ofuro. As such, there's a huge possibility that you will get yourself wet. Wearing wet white clothing inside an ofuro will expose the ofuro. A Japanese ofuro typically has 2 sections. First is the bathroom proper, where the residents will have their bath. Second is the changing room, or in Japanese, datsui shitsu. It's in the datsui shitsu where you will have to do these 4 things. You'll assist the residents to change their clothes before and after taking a bath, dry their hair if needed with a blower, apply medicinal ointments and poultices, and cut their nails. If you're assigned inside a datsui shitsu, you will have to do these 4 things, and generally you will stay dry for the entire day. On the other hand, if you're assigned inside the bath area, well, expect to get wet. Don't worry though, you will be provided with an apron, a set of gloves, and a small towel. The apron and gloves are there to protect you from any unwanted fecal materials, while the small towel will be your main tool for washing/scrubbing the resident's body with soap. The residents. There are 3 classifications of an elderly or resident inside an ofuro, as far as I know that is. First are the physically able elderly. These are those residents who are still ambulatory. Their need for bath assistance ranges from 1 to none. Basically, you'll just have to assist them in scrubbing unreachable areas like their backs, as well as escort them within the bath area to avoid accidents. Second is the handicapped elderly. These are those residents who spend most of their waking hours sitting in a wheelchair, either due to senility or paralysis. These people need a caregiver's 100% attention and assistance. Because these individuals are still able to sit, they ambulate within the bath area using these bath chairs. The third is the bedridden elderly. These are those residents who can't sit and stand on their own. They spend most of their waking hours supine. They ambulate within an ofuro through a stretcher. The machines. No, not those machines. No. The first category of residents uses the traditional Japanese ofuro. However, the second and third categories of residents use machines that emulate traditional ofuro. This machine is for the handicapped, while this one is for the bedridden. Because these are machines, safety is a must not only for the resident but also for the care worker. There are cases here in this country that a resident suffered burns because he or she was left inside the machine for an extended period of time. High-tech? Some companies provide lifts or machines which ease the burden of having to manually carry a resident from a wheelchair to a bath chair, from a bed to a stretcher, vice versa, several times for long hours. Let me say that again. Lifts are provided by some companies. I was able to work in a facility where mechanical lifts are provided inside their ofuro. At that time, I really didn't appreciate the comfort and relief those lifts provided whenever I was the afternoon shift care worker. Now, I miss those lifts. Why? Because most, if not all, elderly homes in this country doesn't provide lifts or machines to help in lifting their residents, and that includes my current workplace. And when I say machines, I'm not talking about electric-powered high-tech machines. No, I'm talking about simple hydraulic and even pulley system lifts. Most facilities here in this country, including mine, still stick to the traditional old way of caregiving, where the caregiver lifts the residents, all 80 of them, during their bath. And that will take a toll on your body, especially your lower back. No amount of proper body mechanics will help you if almost every day you lift 50 people or more that weighs 50 kilograms or more. I know what you're thinking, but a machine have a higher risk of accidents. Yes, but a tired and in pain human being doesn't have that risk? I don't think so. Yes, not everything in this country is high-tech, and that includes your job as a care worker. Japanese tip. Have you ever been inside a sauna or a Japanese onsen? It's hot, isn't it? A Japanese ofuro is just like that, but unlike a sauna or an onsen where you can get out anytime you want, inside an ofuro within a Japanese elderly home, you can. Well, technically you can, but since it's your job to bathe all those residents waiting inside the ofuro, you don't have a choice but to be inside the ofuro for several hours. As such, you will sweat and dehydration will be a serious risk, especially during the summer months in this country. Bring fluids inside the ofuro and don't be afraid to rehydrate. A few seconds of rest to get that sip of water would keep you from visiting a hospital anytime soon. As I've said earlier, bath assistance, at least in my facility, runs for around 4 hours. After all the residents scheduled for bath that day are bathed, it's time to do aftercare. All, and I mean all, including clothing, rugs, towels, etc., goes all to the laundry. The people there will wash and dry those for you. However, if you're working within a small facility or a small Japanese elderly home, there is a possibility that the afternoon shift care worker will also have to wash and dry the clothes of the residents, rugs, towels, etc. After finishing the aftercare, it's time for your well-earned 30-minute break. Then back to the floor. At this time, most of the residents would have had their dinner already. As such, it's time for the bathroom assistance and diaper change. Bathroom assistants at this time are for those residents who are in a wheelchair but can still stand. Those who can't go straight to their beds where you change their diapers. And next, you'll have to throw that day's garbage, all of it, to the collection point, which is usually located within the facility's premises. It's important to note, however, that during this time, you will be accompanied by 2 night shift staff, at least in my facility. So when it's already 9 p.m., one final check for any unfinished tasks, and you're done for the day. Pack up your things and say, change your clothes and get the hell out of there. So that's it. That's the afternoon shift care worker, or in Japanese, osode or osobang, which starts from 12 noon to 9 in the evening. I hope you've learned something from this video, especially those who plans to come and work here as a care worker. Remember that even if you are working or you are planning to work in a facility aside from Tokuyo, the work shift or the work routine is somewhat similar. Please don't forget to leave a like, share this video with a friend, and of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It would really help the channel a lot. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Babush! The residents of a traditional... Of course, preparing the bathroom, the literal bathroom, the actual bathroom. There are 3 classifications of old people. Residents. No amount of proper...